Hello. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. So
That's
happy.
good. I know. I'm super excited. All right. So it's my first interview. Please bear with me if I make any mistakes. So yeah. Okay. So just say your introduction and then come to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. So, hello everyone. So, welcome to Conversations with Arundathi. Today is my very first interview, and our topic today is how to manage time when you have kids. With regard to basically exercise routine, right? Because that's like a really common thing. People have issues committing to an exercise routine when they have kids and lots of responsibilities. So today I'm interviewing a special guest, Vera. So she has a little bit of internet connection, I think, but let's just wait for a few more seconds. I think she has the internet. Try adding her back. That's okay, no problem.
That is so bad. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, that's okay, no issue. So all I said was just welcome. And so this is Vera, everybody, and I will give an introduction about her for those of you who don't know her, right? So she's from Portugal, and she's got 3 beautiful girls, right? And she used to be in the financial industry, and now she is a full-time yoga teacher, right? And she also adopted, she also adopted a cute Luna. I love your videos. Sweet.
Yeah, she's adorable. Usually she's here with me.
Is she around?
But, no, she's sleeping.
No.
I think. Yeah.
That's okay. I love the videos. She's adorable.
Yeah, she's so cute.
So yeah, you got all these things
here in the morning.
Yes, yeah. So you've got all these mom duties, and you're doing full-time yoga teaching. You do retreats, isn't it? So you have like a lot going on, and still you have time for your health.
Yeah, and now I'm doing a new teacher training, so I put in a little more stress in the day. Yes. I'm super excited.
Yeah, I know. I really look up to you because you even go for workshops, to improve on yourself, and it's something that I really, your inspiration. So, all right. So let's move on to the questions, right? So tell me, how do you manage time with all these things going on? You've got workshops, you train on yourself, you've got kids. How do you do it? What are your tips?
Well, my tips is like you have to be organized.
So definitely.
Do your planning. Plan ahead.
Yes.
So that you can really follow your daily routine in a way that you don't start to panic whenever you are like, I have so many things to do. How am I going to do so much? If you put it in paper, if you do your own schedule, my morning routine starts like waking up, then doing my breathing, then, just step by step, you do your meditation, you do your practice of yoga, or whatever it is that you want to do. If it's like journaling, do your journaling, say something like how today my feelings are this or that. Yeah, but just put it in paper. Every single thing that you really want to do for yourself, and every single task that you have to do, you put it in paper. Yes. And then you try to keep it as it is, to follow that schedule through. And at least for me, it's not once in a while it's gonna come out of it, because things happen and you have to adjust yourself. But at least you have like a line thoughts to go through, you know what I mean? And it's easier. It makes it easier, and you don't panic, you know, because you see, okay, my day has 24 hours. I need this much to sleep. I need this much for myself. And I want to dedicate this much to my kids, to my family, and this much to my work. And then
then it's much easier. You have like a plan. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Even I do the journaling in the morning. I just write what I feel and how I'm feeling, and that helps.
Or setting up small goals instead of going like, oh, I want to be this or I want to do this. Like, what can you do to achieve that goal? Tiny steps every day. What can I do today to improve myself or to be better in whatever you want to do? And it's like those tiny steps instead of gigantic that seem so far away that will help you really have good progress into whatever you want to put effort in.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, thank you. Yes. All right. So the next one is like, do you do yoga daily? This is something I also wanted to know. Do you do yoga daily?
Yes.
Me too.
Sometimes more, sometimes less. But I try to do, like, I have my routine, as I told you. And a part of my routine is like I wake up and I come to this place with my cat. So I do some tea or some coffee according to what I need for that day. And then I come here outside. And first of all, I do my breathing practice. And then I do a little bit of meditation, just being here with my cat and trying to, like, I hear the birds and I just being in stillness. It's my meditation. And then I start my practice. And usually my practice, it's also a preparation for my classes. So while I'm practicing, I'm preparing the 1 or 2 classes that I have to do during the day. So so that can save me some time, and that's it. And then I shower, breakfast, and go. When I have kids, when I have to take the kids to school or prepare them to school, if I don't take them, I need to wake up a little earlier. But I try to keep up this routine. Whenever I lose this routine, it's like it really messes up my day, you know, because then I feel like I'm rushing into everything. I need this time in a kind of, it's my space, you know, and it's so important. If I give myself that space, then I'm okay to do whatever I have to do after for my family. But I already gave myself this time. Okay, to settle, to nourish body, soul, mind, to prepare what I need to prepare, and then I'm okay to go to my messy morning with kids and breakfast, and you know how it is, right? So
I imagine. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so can I ask also, like, as a mom, how has yoga helped you, like with, you know, maybe dealing with kids, you know, and then as a wife, and like, how has that helped you, kind of?
Oh, so much. Yeah, I'm gonna explain to you. So, as you know, before I was a financial advisor, and I was living in a big city with a lot of stress, like traffic in the morning, dropping the kids, rushing to everything. And as a financial advisor, I was living constantly in stress, because you are dealing with other people's money, and there are so many factors that don't depend only on you, and it's really a very stressful life. So I was living for a couple of years with lots of caffeine in my body, and I was even smoking and not having like my lunch. My lunch would be setting up and putting some stuff in whatever, like as fast as I could, so that I could follow up to that meeting again or whatever.
Yeah.
So that, of course, all of that stress reflected on my life, because then my weekends were during the week was forget it, finishing work, rushing to the supermarket, making dinner, dealing with kids after school and stuff. And then, of course, my relationship with my husband would be all the time, you know, like, did you do this? Why I have to do that? And why didn't you put the dishes in the machine? You know, like always stressed. So, of course, and the kids the same. Go to the shower, always screaming, because this is what happens to you when you live in a stress environment, right? And suddenly our lives changed a lot, and we end up in Sri Lanka. And for a while, my husband was traveling quite a lot to Portugal, and I was alone with the kids. Maria, my little one, was just 1 year old, so she was a baby, and she was very demanding, of course, right, for my attention and everything. I was in a foreigner country without friends, nothing, and my husband every single month would go back to Portugal. So I felt super vulnerable, and I felt very alone, and my mind started to like do pranks on me, you know, like I would start it whenever my husband wasn't there. I was like starting, so now he's in Portugal and he's going out and he's going to see this girl or that, you know, and your mind starts to create this really conversations and cycles of kind of fear and resentment and all that. And I was driving myself crazy, right? I was feeling miserable for myself, and I was making everyone around me also miserable, because whenever he would arrive from his trip, instead of having a happy wife waiting for him, he would have me like super suspicious, you know, and like super defensive, and it was horrible. Like it was 6 months of this silly situation, and then I found yoga. And thankfully, I started to, well, the little one started school, and that was also a factor that I was able to have some time for myself, just 2 or 3 hours a day, but it was that time that I had to myself. And I started to practice. I started to meet new people, and I started to notice a difference. Well, I was doing something for myself. That was one. I had my time. Super important. And then all the tools that yoga gives you, like understanding that with your breath you can shift your mood. Okay? So that's huge. That you start to feel more strong in your body. So if you start, I was always feeling like lower back pain, because every mom feels lower back pain. We are always carrying the kids and doing all those tasks, and it's really challenging. So that was also noticing that I wasn't feeling those pains anymore, that I was stronger in my body, that I was happier in my body. Okay, that's also super important. So I was starting to gain more confidence in myself, in the relationships, in my ability to speak fluently in English, that I never felt that need, so I was not that fluent. And all of those things starting to make me a happier person. And of course, then I went like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And I started to wanted to learn more and more and more. And I did my first teacher training, and then I did the second one, and now I'm doing the third. And it's like it never stops, because it's such a beautiful practice, and you just want to learn and share, learn and share, learn and share, because it's amazing. It did so good to me, and it changed my life so immensely that I feel the need to share it.
Yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. Even I changed like a person completely. I'm more confident. Before I used to be so shy, and things going. Yeah, but yoga. Yeah, and it shows. I mean, even in you, like when you speak, you're like so happy and confident, and so makes sense. I'm pretty sure that is a very important part of the conversation for a lot of the moms, actually, moms and dads that dealing with all of that going on. So
I think
thank you.
It's really good. It's a fantastic toolbox of little things, and that you can use in your daily life. It's not like only that whenever we go sometimes to Instagram, we see those physical practices, we see those beautiful shapes, but like super challenging, and that's not yoga. That's just a form, but what's behind of all of those shapes, it's what really matters. Okay, the ability to do those shapes is just something that comes with it, but it's not. It's not the goal. It's not the goal. The goal. So,
not the goal. That is so good that you said it, because a lot of them, they ask us why, I can't do so beautifully, and I'm like, it doesn't matter, it's just the mind, and you and
and what's really important, it's okay, so you want to work towards that posture, that challenging posture. What is the purpose of it? What are you working to achieve that posture? All of that process that making you stronger in your body to be able to do it. The challenge to sometimes overcome the fear of doing that posture. The power of your mind to believe in yourself enough and to be confident enough to do the posture. The connection between all of these factors is what is really important, and it's what it's going to make the change then in your life. So through yoga, we try to create like super challenging situations, extreme situations, so that then into the normal life, that's easy, and what to do. Whenever someone screams at you and it's rude, how will you react? Will you act in the same unconscious way, or you will breathe, calm yourself now, and from a position of consciousness, react and respond calmly, but intelligently. So that's it.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Yeah, very insightful. Okay, so the last question is what advice would you give like for a person who wants to start, but in the beginning you can't do 1 hour, so you would want to take baby steps. What is your if someone wants, what would you?
As I told you in the beginning, my practice depends on my day, on the things that I have to do and how I feel in my body in that moment. Okay, so if I wake up and I have like 20 minutes for my practice, and if I feel good about my body, I can do like a more intense but short 20 minutes practice. But if I only have like if I don't feel so good, I go slowly. Well, always respect your body, how you feel, and the time that you have. Just do like sun salutations, and For me, like sun salutations are the base, okay? So you do your sun salutations according to how you feel in your body. If you feel strong, you go strong. If you feel like, okay, I want to take it easy today, my body's like sore or I'm too stressed and I need to find is more connection with my breath and calm down, then you practice slowly. It's like, and that's well, then you have to follow. You can follow like small videos with modifications that will enable you to grow within your practice. Don't jump steps. Okay, if you want to start with a beginner, but open mind. Okay, it's okay. So many times I'm a beginner. Now I'm putting myself in a beginner position to do my new teacher training. I want to forget what I've learned, and I want to keep my mind open to learn from another perspective, from another point of view. So it's a never-ending process. And if you start to like be arrogant in your practice, like, oh, that's too beginner for me, I want to go for, then you might stop learning, because you always need to be humble and open to new ways to do the same things or to learn new things. So that's my advice.
I think so. Very well said. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because a lot of them sometimes when you try to introduce, we tend to think, oh, maybe not. It's too easy. Yeah, but those are important steps you need to take.
Very important, because you need solid foundations. It's like you are building something, right? You are building up your practice. It's like you need to first dig in, right? You need to make the hole, then you put the foundation, and then you start to rise up. So if you don't dig it enough, if you don't put solid foundations, everything will fall apart. And by falling apart, I mean like serious injuries and your practice will not end up to be graceful, effortless, and
and then you get anxiety also. It's not like a happy practice.
Instead of bringing like that nice feeling of nourishment into your body, we're bringing more stress and more pain into yourself. So there's no point. The point is completely the opposite. Build yourself up. Use props. Use lots of modifications to start. And as soon as you feel that is super easy, but that you go to a teacher, the teacher tells you, okay, you are ready. Let's go. Let's start to go to the next level. Then you go to the next level. Okay. It's also very important sometimes to trust the teacher. And if you don't have a teacher, record yourself. It's great. I learn a lot from that. I record a lot of my practice, especially when I'm working on a new position or on a new movement. I want to see, because that is going to be what I'm working with. So I will look, I will observe, and I will align again, and I will do again. And it's like this repetition and these little corrections that you do to yourself because it's very difficult to understand how our body is in space sometimes, right? We think, oh, I think I'm like with my arms in the right place, and then one is up, the other one is down. Right in the beginning, you don't really realize. Then suddenly you start to understand and to feel the alignment of your body. But in the beginning, it's like one is there, the other one is here. It's super awkward to find that perfect place. So I think recording, filming yourself, it's a great practice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so that is it of the questions. So thank you so much, Vera, for joining. I know you had a class in the morning, you were saying, so with all that going on,
I did a Zoom class.
Thank you for joining.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
And everyone out there that wants to start a practice, all that you really need is the will to do it. Okay? You don't have to be strong. You don't have to be flexible. You don't have to learn to know how to do this or that. All that you want to is like the will to do it, and the will to learn, and showing up consistently. Consistently, it's not like you go once a week and then you stay like 3 weeks without showing up. That's not going to change anything. You have to practice, like, if not every day, every 2 days or so, every like 3 times a week, and with consistently. Okay, so otherwise you don't see the true benefit of the practice.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks again, Vera.
Thank you.
And I will catch up again. Yeah, we'll catch up again for something.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a beautiful Sunday. Ciao.
You too. Bye. Thank you so much, everyone. Can you, Vera, if you can, I'm trying to kind of say bye.
I'm leaving.
No, you stay there. Okay.
No, I'm still like, oh, where is the thing?
Okay, no problem. So thanks again for everyone for joining. Putting this recording in the next few days. So also thanks again for taking the time, Vera. And I'll be doing more videos and interviewing people to bring something of value to you. So stay tuned and have a blessed day, everyone. Bye.